Okay, so let's go ahead and finish this guy up by putting some materials on him and finishing up the scene. Then we'll finish up with a final render. So let's take a look at what we've got. Now I want to come in here and grab a floor object, drop it in the scene, go to four-way view, and in the front view, I'm going to push E on my keyboard to get to the move tool. I want to pull this down so that the floor is below our tire, something like that. And this floor object, although it looks like it's very small, it's a special object and it goes on infinitely in all directions. So if we do a render, you can see that that goes on forever. So that's just an FYI. Let's go over here to the render settings. Click on that. Go to the effects. Let's turn on ambient occlusion. Now let's go do another quick render. All right, now we can see that we're getting some shadowing down here, some shadowing on the body of the object. So the next thing I want to do is grab a HDRI object and put it on a sky object. So here's my sky object. Come over to the content browser, and I'm going to look for HDRI. I'm going to grab one of the basic HDRI materials, double click, grab that HDRI image and put it on the sky. Now what this is going to do is it's going to allow us to have some nice reflections coming off the robot when we finally put the metal material on him. Now if we render right now, you can see that we have sort of a problem here, and that is that we can see the HDRI image through here, and we don't want that. So what we need to do is put a compositing tag on our object, click on the compositing tag, go over here to the tag tab, and click Scene by Camera. So we're going to turn that off. Now when we do our render, you can see that that HDRI image is no longer visible. Something else we'll want to do is double click on the HDRI image, take a look at the material editor, come over to the luminance channel, and we're going to put a blur offset of 3 and 3. And that way, the reflections that you see on the body of the robot when we do the renders will be a little blurry, which is the way things look in real life. Otherwise, it would be like a flat mirror, and it would reflect and look very unnatural. So that's why we blurred those a little bit. Another thing I want to do is put a background material in here, or I should say a background object. And then I want to create a material, and I'm going to put that on the floor and on the background. So I'm going to create a new material by double clicking. I'm going to double click here, just call this BG/floor. I'm going to take that, and I'm going to put it on the background, and I'm going to put that on the floor. So right now, if we do a render, you can see that we have our floor object and we have our background object. What we want to do is have this become seamless. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do is right-click on the floor object, go to Cinema 4D tags, and grab another compositing tag. And this time, what we need to do is come down here and click on compositing background. And when we click on that, we do another quick render. You can see now it becomes seamless. Now something else I want to do is double click on this material that we're using for the background and for the floor. And I want to give it a tiny bit of reflection. And maybe take this to a little darker gray, something like that. I actually want to go backwards on that and go to the color channel. That down to a little darker gray, something like that. Do another quick little render. All right, there we go. Looks good. You know, on second thought, let's get this a little more reflection, because I want to show you something. Come back over here to the reflection, and we turn that up just a bit. Something more like this. And we do another render. You see what's happening here on the floor? We're getting the reflection from the HDRI, from the sky object. and we do not want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to this compositing tag, click on there. I'm going to go to exclusion, and what we want to do is exclude the floor from the reflection. So I'm going to drag the floor into here. Now when we do a render, everything else is being reflected except the sky object. And if you really want to see that, we can come back over here and we can turn this up a lot. Obviously, we don't want that much, but now if we do a render, you can see that we're starting to get the robot in here in the reflection, but we don't have the HDRI reflecting off the floor, which is what we want. Okay, I want to turn this door completely off here so that we can see what's going on here. I'm going to create a material for the phi. So I'm going to, again, double-click here. Double-click on the material. I'm going to come over, I'm going to turn the color channel off, turn the luminant channel on, turn specular off. And for the color of the luminant channel, I'm going to pick a sort of a teal color, something like that. And I'm going to come over to the illumination. I'm going to turn this up to maybe 500, 500. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on the phi object in the object manager, which is right here. So now if we do a quick render, we've got that. This is a little flat right now. So what I think I want to do is maybe put some outline on the phi object. And to do that, I'm going to Control or Command on a Mac and drag to create a new material. So this is going to be my outline material. I'm going to double click that. I'm going to come over to the luminant channel and I'm just going to make this white. I'm going to take the white material, put it on the phi, and with it selected, I'm going to come to the selection tab and type in capital R1, enter, which stands for rounding 1. We come over to the extrude NURBS and we look at the caps. These caps are the rounding. So it's going to apply this material only to the rounding of this object. So if we render again, you can see that it's just sort of outlining that phi. Now, because these are luminant materials, this will sort of glow when we do our final render and we've got global illumination going on. Let's go ahead and go over to our content browser. Let's go to metal. Let's take a look at a metal surface for this. So we've got a lot of metals here. I'm going to take a look at maybe using this chrome material. I'm going to go back to the object menu. And I'm going to put the chrome material on the body. And I'm going to want to put it on his head. So I can do that in the object manager as well. Probably the arms. So we've got our right and left arm here. I'll just do that, and then I'll just Control or Command on a Mac, drag to duplicate that material right there. For the antennas, I think we should go with a black material. So I'll drag that on there and Control or Command drag to duplicate it. Let's see what we've got going on here. Let's do a quick little render here. Pull this out a little bit. I'm going to render to the picture viewer this time. Going to take a second. Okay. It's starting to come around. You can see we've got our reflections going on in here. Pretty heavy. We may want to blur this out a little bit more. So let's come over to the sky object again. The HDRI, double click that. Let's see if we take this to maybe 6 and 6. Let's do it to the picture viewer. Get a better representation that way. Okay. So we've got that blurred out a little bit more. I think that's okay. Getting some pretty decent reflections. This is just trial and error. You got to play around with it to see what you actually like. Now, we already have the material on the eyes, so I'm going to just double click on the material that we have on the eyes, and I'm going to take this material I'm going to copy it, then turn this off, click on the luminance channel, and I'm going to click the color and paste. And I'm going to turn off the specular channel. So basically we have a white material in the luminant channel instead of on the color channel now. So let's go to the illumination tab, change this to 500, 500. I'm going to do the same thing with the blue material. So we've got the color channel here. We'll right click, copy that, turn it off, turn on the luminance channel, right click, paste that, turn off specular, go to illumination, 500, 500. And now let's do another little render. And again, these luminant channels, they'll be more obvious whenever we actually are doing this with global illumination. So right now we haven't turned that on yet. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. Now what I want to do is grab a plane material, or a plane object I should say. I'm going to come out here, I'm going to lift this up, and I'm going to middle mouse click, come over to a top view, make this a little bigger, and stretch it out a little bit more. And I'm going to create a new material, call this light. I want to take that and put that on the plane. I'm going to click on the material, turn the color channel off, turn the specular off, and turn the luminant on. And I'm going to come over to illumination, maybe try, say 200, 200. And what I want to do is use this as a light source. So since I have a luminant material on it, it's going to actually help light this scene. So I kind of want to do this scene without actually having any lights in it. So I also need to come to the render settings and turn on global illumination. And we're going to do this with a still image, which is fine. Now let's just go with these settings right now and see what we get. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Render to Picture Viewer. This is going to take a second, so I will be right back. Okay, so here's what we're looking at on our render. The one thing that I do see that I'm having a problem with is that we can't see any of the treads on the tire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an extra light in the scene and just pull this out in front and drop the intensity pretty far down because I really don't care about it illuminating much of the scene. Just want to make sure that we get these tires lit up properly. Let's do something like that. Like that. And we'll try this again. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back, and I think we've got something that looks pretty good here. So we can see our treads here. We can see our little glow coming out here. I went ahead and turned the material on the eyes, the white material, back. I turned the luminance off there and just went back and used the color channel white because it was sort of blowing out the eyes here. So other than that, I think that concludes the robot modeling portion of the tutorial.